I'm now sitting here with Tryshe Devney at the International Gem Show in Tucson, Arizona. And this gem show is amazing, and this is your hometown.
It is.
And we're here with the crystal tones, the crystal bowls, singing bowls. And first I want to talk about the how you first got into the crystal bowls yourself.
Well, my professional life was an actor. And I had been working with sound with my young actors. And at some point, I became very ill and had no idea that there was a possibility for any kind of cure. So I let go and just carried on. But I had come to the gem show one year, and I stumbled upon Tibetan bowls. So I had purchased a Tibetan bowl, started toning with this bowl, started using the sounds that I worked with my young actors, and within 3 months I was cured of near fatal illness, hepatitis C and liver disease. And after that, it wasn't so gradual. It really was pretty immediate. I discovered the frosted bowls because these babies weren't born yet. So I bought a set of the frosted bowls and again loved the effect. It was a very different effect than the Tibetan bowls. So I worked with them both in different times. But then the alchemy appeared, and the advanced alchemy, which is some of these amazing beings, and the way that it would impact the body was so unique and so different, and it's a different oscillation, a different sound, and it was much more immediate in its transformative expression. So.
And you have a temple here in Tucson. And how long have you had a temple here and using the alchemy crystal bowls?
Well, ever since I've lived here, well, let's see. All right, I really got the bowls about these alchemy bowls about 8 or 9 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how have you seen the response from people? I mean, we watch people all day long come in here and just light up, and it's amazing. So can you tell us some experiences of some other people that you've worked with that have you've seen a huge transformation?
I find that everybody who encounters a bowl has an experience. I've had people in audiences in concerts come and say that they had some issue weighing in the shadows in their emotional life, and they had no success in relieving that pain, and within the moments of playing the bowls, it was just lifted off. I find these are partners in transformation. So they really do, sound for me always does the heavy lifting. So if my brain can't wrap around something, the sound does the deeper work that we can't even access. So these bowls, in the way that they have been birthed on this planet at this time, are our allies in helping us remember our crystalline nature, our highest essence, that we remember that we are the instrument that is needed to be played in this vast orchestra of planetary and interstellar music, because we're all music. So these bowls are both instruments, medical devices, and transformational allies.
And that's one of the most amazing things I found is like in Miami a few weeks ago when I was at one of the events there with Crystal Tones. The Miami Memorial Hospital called up someone from Crystal Tones, and they're having him come in to play the bowls for 3 patients in comas. And that's showing you that people are realizing these are the tools, one of the most powerful tools I've ever come across for transformation. Can you talk about some of the sounds and frequencies? You're doing 2 concerts here, coming here in Tucson.
Right.
And these concerts, what do they do for people when they come to these concerts, and the sounds and frequencies? Talk a little bit about the concerts and what the intent behind them really are.
Well, the intent behind the concerts is beauty and harmony. So that's the baseline. That's where we start. And what I remind people when they come to be in the audience, is to allow themselves to receive the sound. And then at some point, after I've been playing the bowls and the bowls have tuned the audience up quite literally, I'll invite them to begin to work with their own toning. So it becomes an interactive, co-creative concert. So I may assign a certain frequency, a certain tone to one section of the audience and another, and it's all spontaneous, and every sound that comes out is really called forth from the audience themselves. And the audience then provides, along with the crystal bowls, the drone. It anchors, and then the bowls and I start to dance above the anchoring tone, and these are frequencies that are beyond description, really, called from another dimension, that are coming forth. They sometimes are multiple harmonics that are coming out of my mouth. I can't manage them. I can't control them. I have no decision in them. I'm just really open to allowing the sounds to come forth. And the bowls, the first half of the concert, I'm just playing the bowls because they're tuning the audience up.
Well, that's so important that you actually involve the audience in it. It's all about giving the people their own experience. Once they have that experience, then it sets them off on that journey. So it's very powerful that you do that to include them. So if you are in the Tucson area, check out these two events, and they're happening at one of the chapels here in town, at the historic San Pedro Chapel.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What a great place to have it.
And at the Movement Shala on Saturday, which is another great venue, big hall, so the acoustics are exquisite.
So 7th, 9th, and the 12th, 3 different events.
That's right.
You are packing it in this week. Excellent. Well, tell us about the different bowls. We have 7 bowls here, and they represent the different notes and tones and activate different chakras.
Yes.
So if you can, talk a little bit about what they do when they activate the chakras, how they activate it, and then we'll play a little.
Each individual body has its own key signatures. So I find that the choices that some traditions make about what the pitches are to a specific chakra is arbitrary or based on the tradition. There are some that say the root chakra is an F tone. There are some that say the C chakra, or the C tone is the root chakra. What I encourage people to do is to tune their instrument, because their bodies will recognize the frequency. So as I play something, I have people not look, but to feel, to hear, to listen. Because all of these bowls, the alchemy in particular, work on multiple levels of harmonics in the body. The way it enters the body is really, it fans through the body so that it is stimulative on so many different levels. So for someone, the deep tone, that's maybe that B bowl, so you're getting the benefits of the high tone B, but it's in a large bowl, so it's a very deep tone. And then you're hearing the color and the overtones that are also embedded in that frequency, that are not just based on the white gold alchemy, which is the enlightened mind, but it's also the platinum, which is the divine feminine.
And these bowls have the actual elements in it which make them so special.
Absolutely.
They actually infuse them with the different ones. And this one is, like you said, platinum
and white gold alchemy. And this one is, they call it's the Egyptian blue. And that is also, it's the mineral is vanadium, and then it has platinum around it's embedded on the outside. This one is a gold. And it's the different heat makes it a different color. So this is also gold on the outside of ruby, white gold alchemy, platinum, and diamond. But this is fired just a little bit different, so it creates that pink aura. This is a emerald morganite. So the effect of the healer heart of emerald, which is a very healing element, and then the compassion of morganite is it creates an exquisite sound. The E tone is traditionally looked upon as the solar plexus tone. So that particular sound may be extraordinary for a person, and if it's their fundamental tone. But all of these bowls will work on all of the chakras, if that's what we're looking to focus on. What I'm starting to see with these alchemy bowls is the harmonics. it's activating the harmonics within the body, the multiple overtones that the body carries. And it's the layers of these overtones that really awaken the light source in the body.
And what you said before, it's they're activating in a crystalline sense, where our bodies are made up of over 70% of water, which is a crystalline structure. So these frequencies, vibrations, literally sort of gel out that. So if you have disease or something like that, it sort of just liquefies it in a sense to get rid of that, what is not pure and of that crystalline structure.
And of that frequency. It's not native to your body.
Wow.
What's so interesting about quartz crystal is that it's a powerful transducer of energy. So it's converting what is dense energy to a higher frequency. When you then animate that crystal with sound, you're creating what we call in the field acoustic luminescence. You're literally lighting the body up. So the cells, and we can see it now in Killian photography that we've seen in the research, the cell lights up when sound is animated through a crystal. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I've gotten to the habit where I play my bowl every morning as soon as I get up, just to set the
tone.
intention and set the tone for the day.
That's right.
So you also have a CD here, Crystal Bowl Sound Healing, and this is a CD because I've seen so many different genres of singing bowls being used with electronic music this. I mean, they fit with everything.
Yes.
They could really just bring that extra frequency into any type of music, which is what's so beautiful. And they're one of the most, I think, the most powerful transformational tools that I've seen. I mean, people just right away feel it.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
And I really was so fascinated and delighted and wanted to capture the multiple overtones that these bowls create. So I went into a cave 70 feet below, 7 stories below the Earth's surface. And it was a pure place to record because there was no ambient sound except occasional bat. We did have some bats. And so we were able to really use the microphones to sweep the entire field. So we had 3 condenser mics that worked to really pick up everything. So you're hearing all the layers of these overtones and the binaural pulse that each tone, when it meets itself and oscillates together, it creates this pulse, and then it phases out and becomes something else. It's just amazing to hear and to see these life forms, these beings of light interact through sound.
And absolutely, you said something very important too. These beings of light, these everything has
living
a consciousness. Yes, absolutely. So with that, let's hear some of the bowls.
This is one of the sets I hope to use in the concert. Be still my heart. They are.
Just from being here the last few days, I could tell my own energy has just really slowed down.
Can't help it.
Yeah, you can't help it. And Trish, tell the listeners and viewers out there where people can find out more information.
They can go to soundshifting.com. That's my
Great
website, and the CD can be purchased there, or at Sounds True. It's carried by Sounds True, my calendar of events. I'll be in Sedona doing concerts there in April, and Atlanta and Asheville.
Oh, excellent.
Coming up, so
my hometown.
Is it really?
Yes,
Asheville. Fantastic.
Yes. Oh, I'll have to definitely come out and visit you.
Outstanding. Yeah, so it's absolute pleasure, joy, and an honor to be on the road with these crystal beings.
Absolutely. So check out Trishe's site and get more information and see where she's going to be performing. And if you are in Tucson over the next couple of weeks, she has 3 events you could check out and see some of the magic that comes from these amazing crystal tone bowls.
Yes, indeed.
Excellent.
Even if you're just coming to be in the presence of them, it's quite an extraordinary experience.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to see people just light up when they hear these and really tune themselves into it. It's beautiful. It really is. Well, thank you for coming out and for taking
Jonah.
the time to come with us.
Likewise.
Absolutely. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Indeed.